अस्सलाम वालेकुम एवरीवन, कैसे हैं आप लोग। मैं अभी कश्मीर से काजी मूव के साथ बात करने के लिए कोशिश कर रहा था और उनके लिए लिंक भी बनाया और वो नहीं आए। मैं उनके साथ एमी की बात कराना चाह रहा था बट वो अवेलेबल ही नहीं हुए। तो मैंने ये सोचा कि क्यों ना खाली एमी को ही ऑनलाइन ले लें और एमी के साथ गपशप लगाएं और पूछें कि एमी कौन है और क्या करती हैं। So, hi everyone, this is Amy. And Amy lives in United States, and she's a teacher of entrepreneurship, and she wants to help us teach entrepreneurship to the planet. Her goal is to teach 2 billion people of the world who are the youngsters and teach them all about entrepreneurship, all about how you can start your own business. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them, and Amy will be happy to answer. Amy is still waiting on the name. I'm actually waiting on the name from Amy to tell me when she will start her show, so we can do this every week with her and bring her to my audience so that people in the world can learn from her. So, hi Amy, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fantastic. A little tired. My dad had a surgery today. It was long and it was 4 hour long, and it went well. And yeah,
How's he?
and he was a little like because he just had the operation, so he was a little
Out of
not.
it?
Yeah, and I asked the doctor, he came and the guy that can you give him some drugs so he can just go for like 12 hours and just buzz out and not feel the pain. But my dad and my mom looked at me like, what's he talking about? So we use the word for drunk. We use tun. So
What is it?
tun, tun, tun.
One. Okay.
I just said, Kai, can you just make him tun so he can just sleep, And my mom looked at me, why are you saying that? Like tun word, like the drunk word. But basically, my idea was to let him just sleep, give him some sleeping stuff and just he can just go to sleep. I am looking at Ibrahim Kapadewala right now. And Ibrahim, if you're listening, would you like to join in the show? He is a future billionaire from Pakistan. He is
Kevin,
70.
you're funny. I'm sorry.
Excuse me?
Kevin, all these comments are popping up across your face, and I just saw Kevin.
His name is Ibrahim,
Hmm.
and I will send him the link and maybe he can join in. And he is a future billionaire and remarkable young man. He wants to do everything, and he reminds me of myself a lot. I used to be, thin and tiny and doing everything, and he's starting a new business. Every time I meet him, he's doing a new business. So he reminds me of myself. And anyways, so tell me, Amy, what is entrepreneurship and why 2 billion people should take advantage of your knowledge and how can you help them?
Well, those 2 billion people that you're talking about are children under the age of 18. And I'm a big believer that all kids should learn how to be entrepreneurs before they leave school. So my work is centered around convincing schools and education systems to teach entrepreneurship and make it as much a part of core curriculum as math and science and literature and all the other courses they're required to take. Um, I taught over 700 urban high school students in Boston, Massachusetts, how to become entrepreneurs, and the program was so successful. I have dozens of my former students run their own businesses now, and it changed their whole trajectory for the future of their lives. because there's so many skills that students develop when they learn how to become entrepreneurs. And my curriculum was much more than just entrepreneurship. It was career readiness and networking and financial literacy. But all of that can be taught when it's connected to entrepreneurship, and kids, the light goes on in their minds because they understand how they can apply.
Now, what is your definition of entrepreneurship?
Definition.
Who's an entrepreneur in your eyes?
Identifying a problem that exists and thinking creatively to a solution or multiple solutions to that problem. And then actually going out into the world and building that solution. It's a long definition. And that's only a fraction of what I think.
So what's the difference between an entrepreneur and a business person?
Well, a business person is just sliding into someone else's existing concept product that they're already selling, already marketing. You know, they're taking on a role of either sales or marketing or R&D. And that's great. It's really important to have employees, but not everybody is meant to be an employee. Maybe you can answer this question. I feel like there's a percentage of society that is meant to be leaders and problem solvers and entrepreneurs. It's not everybody, but I think it's a growing chunk of the.
All right. Didar has a question here, and Didar's question is, how is what was it? How is social media? My question is, what is the best feature of youth in social media?
Say that again?
What is the best feature for youth in social media? I think he's trying to say, what is the future of social media for kids?
Well, I think social media is amazing because it allows, and I'm trying to answer the question specifically for youth, I guess, but that's impossible. It allows people to connect and meet other people who can help solve their problems and their teams. Is that what you were asking, Didar?
So tell me the importance of social media and learning social media in today's economy and networking through social media, since you're the queen of LinkedIn.
I am. Social media is the only way people are going to connect as rapidly as we now need to connect. So, like, I met you, and then I actually met you in person, but all of the other hundreds of people that I've met through you, I never would meet otherwise.
Mr. Fayaz from Spain is asking, from where can we learn the skills which are needed for entrepreneurship?
If I had my way, you'd learn them in school, but I don't have my way yet. I'm actually working on putting all of my curriculum into a Udemy course. And I have a team who's building a new, what?
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Can you believe it? And I have a team now that's building me a new online presence, a new website. Actually, that's Cassandra Saunders. She's building me a new website and rebranding me and taking all of my content and turning it into a book, and a couple of other things. But yeah, I'm putting my courses online so that people can purchase them and learn everything that I teach.
How important is fear in person's life, to have or not have fear?
F-E-A-R?
Yes.
I think fear is a very valuable teacher. I think we should not strive to live in fear, But when you feel fear and it comes up inside of you, it's challenging you in some way. So take the time to ask the question of the fear, okay, what do you want me to know? What do you want me to learn? Because most of us, and I'll include myself in this, when we feel fear, we have either the fight or flight, or there's a third one, freeze, fight, flight, or freeze response. And none of those are really productive. So turn it around, turn it inward, and say, okay, fear, what are you teaching me? What do I need to know? And it's always a good idea not to react in the moment to your fear.
All right. So anybody who's here who's looking to ask questions, you're welcome to ask. Amy, Amy's from the United States. She has been featured on CNN for the work she has done, and she's an amazing coach. And she can learn and she can help you start your business. Arusha Shah is saying hello, ma'am. So Arusha is a social media manager for a political party. You can connect with her, and she has recently started doing some interviews while she has been a ninja. So I would strongly recommend that you give her an interview so that your friends can see that a ninja can actually speak some English, and a woman, and you can actually have a conversation with her about why she's a ninja. When by ninja, I mean she uses a hijab, and why is she the way she is, and you can ask your questions which you have in your mind about the woman in Islam from her. Like my mom today was very upset at two nurses who were pushing my dad's trolley bed, bringing him from the ER to the room, and she was like, "Aren't there any men around there who can push the bed? They have to use the woman to do this also." And I'm like, "You should start a new party calling Anti-Equal Women's Rights Group or something like that." So you can talk to my mom, and she is with the same party as my mom, and you can talk to her how and why they do what they do. So because in Quran there is no such thing as hide your face. So I don't know where this come from. Why do they do the way they do it? And especially, I don't know if you know it, but when you go to Mecca and Medina, especially Mecca, when you go for the big Hajj, you are not allowed to cover your face. So if you're not allowed to cover your face there, why are you covering your face everywhere else? That's a simple question I've been asking, but they just like tell me, you are shaitan, you are the devil, you are an agent of someone. That's the answer I'll normally I get. For everything they don't have an answer for, you become an agent for someone. So that's the kind of thing that happens around here or everywhere, I guess. Because recently, one of your friends, your cousin's friend was saying, I'm an agent. He was in the US. You thought I'm ISIS. So I'm like ISIS and Mossad and RAW and ISI and all the agencies together combined in one superpower, man.
Yeah? Look
Yeah.
at you.
Oh, yeah. So,
I think what you're doing is actually addressing that problem. It's allowing people to connect and ask the questions they have hidden somewhere in their mind, and so that they can learn from each other.
right. Okay. Nobody's asking any questions. This is weird. Okay. Didar has a question. There you go. Hey, Didar. Thank you for the good question. Can you see the question on your screen? And
Yes.
so answer the question.
Oh, the laptop. Yes, I love this. I have a feeling I'm going to get to 500 mutual friends myself, and I'm trying to figure out what's the best thing to do, like who I should give that laptop to, just so you know. My opinion, Didar, I love it. I love it. I feel like if anybody in the world can do something along these lines to incentivize people to open their minds, open their voices. It's brilliant and it should be done. So I love it because I feel like it's the first program of its kind. I really love it because I feel like it's accessible to anyone. And Didar, it's my understanding that you got a computer, right?
He actually got a really good computer, and that's it. I don't know if he got something else. He also received a training. He came to my office and stayed with us for a week as our guest. So that was it. And then he's a unique human being for sure. And I was talking to the chief of Voice of America the other day, and Didar was being complimented by him. So that blew up my mind totally. Like, what? Didar, you're the man. I was in Hungary. I was meeting this ex-parliamentarian, and the first thing she asked, "How's Didar? How's Didar?" I'm like, "What?" So Didar is like the cheerleader on Facebook in my network at least. He cheers
I
everybody.
feel like I feel like Didar should be the mascot of this program.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, Didar, so many of my friends now know who you are. And even my cousin admittedly was confused. He's like, who is this guy? Why does he comment on everything? So it opened the opportunity for me to have a conversation with my cousin about how our cultures are different and about how it's actually a good thing if someone's tuning in and liking what you're posting and giving comments. Who doesn't want to receive positive feedback?
Right. Kevin is asking, how long is your course going to be for the entrepreneurship?
Kevin, that's a good question. I haven't quite figured it out yet. At first, I thought it would be one whole course, but now I'm thinking of chunking it into 10 individual courses. So that way you can actually purchase. I don't know. I have to figure it out. I know how I like to teach, and I know how all of the lessons feed into each other. We'll have to see what Udemy actually allows me to do.
Right. Didar, how about this? If you go ahead and steal 500 of Amy's American friends who are not my friends, they don't have to be my friends. And if you steal those, I'll get you another laptop. How about that? It's going to be crazy, buddy, because she is connected to the superwoman of the U.S. And if you can connect with them, then you're really going to become a Superman. And if you can reach out to them, and you will melt their hearts like you do for everyone. So that would be cool.
And I want to. The next time you come here, Rayhan, I want to do a meet and greet with some of my former students, because I've got these 700, 800, 900 former students who I'm friends with, probably 700, who I'm friends with on Facebook, and I want them to know about this program. And my kids are amazing. They all have really open minds. They're young. They're at that age where they want to go out and do something positive in the world. And I want them to meet you. I want them to be incentivized to join this program. And Didar, you can connect with my former students who are incredible.
Yeah, I would like to also connect with them, and you introduced me to one so far. I would like to connect to all of them and just have them open their follower function, and I'll add them all. Then there's
I consider it a huge success that we got my mother to open her follower function last night.
oh yeah.
So everybody go follow my mom. She doesn't really know what it means or what she's supposed to share publicly, but go follow my mom. Her name is Pat Phelps.
Yeah. All right. I think I will share her profile after 2 weeks if you remind me, because by that time she would be used to these funny looking names. in her friend request list, because the most interesting comment I get from people is, why are these funny looking people following me? Their names are so funny. These Abduls and Muhammads. Where are all these people coming from? Are they attacking? Are these ISIS attacking me? So
People
that,
really say that?
yeah, that's what I've heard before a lot of times. So I'm like, what? And that's basically what I normally get.
I've
So
never
I'm
had that mindset. So when I hear that from you, I find it offensive that people are saying that. So
I
yeah.
it would be the same everywhere. I mean, if I added a Maulana, a typical imam or somebody like who has not been exposed on Facebook, is new on Facebook, he has 100 Facebook friends, and I add them, and all of a sudden, Amy Carrier and all the Nancy and Suzanne and Susan and all these girls started to add them, they would freak out. They were like, "My wife will kill me. These girls are adding me everywhere. What are these women wanting from me? These are bad women. They must be wanting something bad from me." That's what they will get also. So it's just because they're not used to this. It's nothing else. Ask Didar what has been happening to him. He has when he started adding, he is now saying, "Oh, all these American women are my friends. They love me so much, and they want to send me presents and all this." And he's like, "Wow, what's happening?" And he feels appreciated and loved. So that's the thing.
Well, you are kind of a big teddy bear, Didar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting question. Here's a very old friend of mine. He's a very, very, very nice guy. And I would like you to answer that question, lady. Can you read it?
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Can you read it out loud?
Don't you think? So he's asking, why do you always focus on quantity rather than quality of mutual friends? It's a good question. In
And
terms of winning a laptop or smartphone is why to get friended instead of greediness for a laptop or a smartphone. Okay. So I disappeared, so I don't know his name. I understand what he's saying. Kamran?
yes.
So I understand what you're saying. I think it's a little bit of a marketing issue here because I feel like that is the goal. It's up to you how you connect with people. I don't think it's Rehan's job to handhold you and say, this is how you build friendships. I think he's saying, I'm challenging you. Meet as many people as you can. So the incentive to match the 500, I think it's to kind of blow your mind. If you were to say, add 25 of my mutual friends, it's not really a challenge, because you can conceivably sift. Okay, Rehan wants to advertise his Add Me book. Do you want to continue your little dance?
No, go ahead.
No, I think here, I'll join your little dance. I think that it's something that almost seems unattainable. And anytime we really push someone out of their comfort zone and say, I'm asking you to do something you think is impossible, it kind of shatters their fears, it shatters their perceptions, and it gives them an opportunity to think differently. And I think that's what life is about. That's what we need to do, especially in 2017. We need to think differently about everything. That's what
all right. He's also asking, the reason I was mentioning the book is because he's also asking in his question that why don't I teach them how to make their friends? And basically, this book is written about how to make these friends. That's why I'm showing the book. But Kamran, as you know, Most people in this country don't want to read anything. I am the top of the list on that. I never apply. Every time I never went to college and university for the same reason, because I had to fill forms and read stuff, and I just did. I said to heck with it. So people don't want to read. I have made video on how to do it. I made book on how to do it. People still don't want to read, and the purpose is written in this book. Why am I doing this? Is very clearly defined why to do it. Now you're saying quantity over quality. It's actually both quality and quantity, because I don't have any non-quality people in my friend list. And what do you mean by bad quality? Who are bad quality people, by the way? Everybody is good quality. It's just that they have different information than you are, and that's the whole idea. People in the town of Didar used to call him bad quality person, and now he's like a super quality. The world appreciates this kind of person, but because we have him, we don't appreciate them.
So I'd like to say something about this, but I need to go get some water. So can you take me off screen for a minute and incentivize your audience to continue watching, because this is what I do.
Sure. So कामरान भाई, ये क्वांटिटी ओवर क्वालिटी का सवाल नहीं है, बल्कि हम क्वांटिटी एंड क्वालिटी दोनों दे रहे हैं लोगों को, जिसके अंदर लोग सिर्फ क्वालिटी के ही लोग हैं मेरे पास, जिनको मैं समझता हूँ कि वो क्वालिटी के हैं और जिनको मैं समझता हूँ कि इनसे सीख सकते हैं लोग, उन्हीं को मैंने अपनी फ्रेंड लिस्ट में ऐड किया हुआ है. जो लोग ऐड नहीं कर रहे थे उनको मैंने फारिग भी कर दिया है, क्योंकि वो लोग उससे फ़ायदा नहीं उठा रहे थे. इस पूरे प्रोग्राम से मेरे ख्याल में बहुत सारे आम लोगों को, जो कि नोबडीज़ ऑफ पाकिस्तान थे, जिनको हम नोबडीज़ कहते हैं, एक्चुअली मेरे नज़दीक तो नोबडीज़ नहीं है वो, उनको अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली और वो जो हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा तब्दील हो गए हैं और उनके अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा तब्दीली भी आ गई है. और वो अपना वक्त फेसबुक पे ज़ाया करने के बजाय अब वो किसी अपने आप को उनमें कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया, जिसके बाद ऑल ऑफ अ सडन वो बेहतर लोग अब बनना शुरू हो गए.
I'm back.
Hi.
Hi.
There's a question about how to start a hotel in $10,000. Now, I think he's asking for a restaurant, not a hotel, because you really can't start a hotel in $10,000. You have to have a building for that. So if you want to start a restaurant in $10,000, I really can't teach you that. You have to go on YouTube or take some courses to do that. This right now, this conversation is about Amy, not really about me, and it's not about. I mean, if Amy wants to start that, go for it. I totally don't want to answer anyone who has not been through my 500 friend process. I just don't have the energy anymore to do that. So if people, there's plenty of books out there, there's plenty of content out there to learn almost anything you want. There's nothing left literally which you cannot learn on your own on the internet, and it requires perseverance and persistence to do that.
Somebody else wants to be on camera.
Sure. Hey, monkey.
Come here, monkey. So what I wanted to say in Russian about quality over quantity, there are actually a lot of things that I would like to say, but I'll say that first of all, there's an element of kind of trusting the universe here, that the people you connect with are going to be people you're actually meant to connect with. There are going to be a lot of people who they don't interest you. You're just not going to even want to click on them. And that's fine. So if you can understand that and accept it and know that, maybe you'll get 1,000 friend requests, but you'll only accept 300, that's fine. Don't look at this challenge to connect with 500 mutual people, mutual friends of Rehan's, as something like you have to do it. You don't have to do anything. And really, the purpose is not the laptop. The purpose is to open your mind and open your heart and get you to think differently. And I also want to say that for me personally, and I've always been like this. I'm a communicator. So there are so many people who to add me and they don't write to me. And there are also those who just send me the word hi or how are you or you're pretty. And I'm like, I'm not interested in responding to that. And there was actually yesterday, I went through my message requests and I saw a message from a young man in Balochistan who is 17 years old. And his message was just, it completely opened me up. All of a sudden, he hadn't even added me as a friend. He was just telling me how nice it was to connect with me. And so right off the bat, I was sending him resources. I was sending him information. I friended him. And it's because he actually opened up and there was something that he wanted to talk to me about. So that's how you build relationships. And you should not go into friending people or building relationships with the expectation that you're going to get something out of it. Because if your expectations will never be met. You just won't. I could say a lot more, but I'll stop there.
Right. Somebody's asking, what is your business aim?
My business, I have a website you can visit. It's empowermentthrougheducation.com. I work as a consultant and a coach to individuals, to families, to schools, to cities, to businesses, to help them build programs that bridge the gap between the education system or children going to school and the business world and industry. That's my business. And that can be as big as helping an entire city develop a new program and a new approach to preparing their young people through an entrepreneurship program that provides internships, or it can be as small as coaching a family, a student in a family who wants to learn how to market themselves and feel confident and get into college.
Cool. You also have a new franchise for making videos, I believe.
I do, yes. So one of the services that I offer is helping people of all ages brand themselves. And this is actually why LinkedIn, because when people hire me to be a private coach to help them move through a career transition or recreate their brand or learn how to talk about themselves, LinkedIn is one of the first tools I teach them. And I teach them everything about how to use LinkedIn. Because you have to be able to have a voice and a footprint that people can go to and find you. If you are looking for work and you don't have a LinkedIn account, people are wondering, why are you not in 2017 yet? So here we are now in 2017 in a very social media heavy reality that's full of constant media and data and information, and now videos like the one you're watching. So I have this idea that everybody, or this belief that everybody should have a 1 to 2 minute personal video that includes their personal pitch. This is who I am. This is what I have to offer. Here's my call to action for you or for myself of what I want to do in the world. So I am partnering with Rehan and his company Mantu to build these 1 to 2 minute videos for people. So I teach you how to come up with your message, how to write a script, how to identify the best pieces of your own media that you already have. That can be a video clip that you have, that can be a tagline, a photograph, and put all of that into a 1 to 2 minute video.
Nice.
Nice indeed.
Any other questions we have?
I want to know what kinds of questions people have about branding themselves, because everybody who's watching this, you are all on the market all the time. You are always kind of living in the potential of meeting your next boss, or meeting your next business partner, or meeting your next investor. So how are you living your life, either in the third dimension, in your reality, your waking life, or online, where you can use your social media to work for you 24/7? How are you doing this? And what do you need help with in terms of marketing in 2017?
So, somebody is asking, what do you think of Rehan Allahwala? Please share your own opinion about himself.
What do I think about Rehan? Is that the question?
Yes, there you go.
About self, Mr. Rehan. I like Rehan. I like what he stands for. I like what he's building in the world. And I believe in what he's doing, or I would not be working with him or partnered with him.
Cool.
That answered the question?
I don't know if you received it or not.
I'm curious to that person who just asked that question about what I like about Rehan. Can you put that back up on the screen so I can see the person's name?
I don't think it was about, I think it was, I would rephrase it to, who is Rehan? What does he do? What do you think he is doing? Because that's what most people don't really understand.
That's what most people don't understand.
Yeah, most people don't really understand what I'm doing, what I'm trying to achieve, or what I'm trying to do here, and how does it help the community by doing what I'm doing. But they have their own way or direction that they think I should be following to achieve the goal, whatever the goal is. So,
Okay.
what do you think?
So what I think about what you do, I think it's pretty interesting. I think that Rehan would not be doing this had he not done some work inside of himself, because what he's doing and why it's so unusual to most of us is he's actively helping others to find peace in themselves by breaking down any barriers they have inside, any fears they have inside about other people. And he's doing that through inviting you to connect with his friends. I mean, you don't even, kind of flip the coin a little bit. It's not a challenge, it's an invitation. He's saying, I honor and respect my 5,000 friends so much that I'm inviting you to connect with them. They're great people. They can teach you something. Maybe you can teach them something. And so, it was a few years ago, I used to go out into the world and say, I want to change the world. And there's this great quote, which I might have. Oh, yeah, there's the Gandhi quote, be the change you wish to see in the world. And then there's another quote, find peace inside yourself before you can create peace in the world. And it's so true. Who we're focusing on, who we want to change, it's not the outside world, it's ourselves. And that stability inside of ourselves, then we can go out into the world and become teachers and examples of peace. So that's kind of how I think of Rehan and what he's doing. And so my question to that person was, and his name is gone again, but whatever your name is, I'm curious how you would describe your work in the world. Because Rehan is just a person, just like you, just like me. So, and as I was saying a few minutes ago, everybody has a mission, right? You have to learn to market yourself so that you can explain to the world, this is who I am. This is what I have to offer. So I'm curious how that gentleman describes his work in the world.
So, Beautiful question. I would like everybody to answer that in a comment or come and join the video and tell us what do you think. Or rephrase that, Amy.
I want to know how the viewers of this video, how they describe themselves and their value in the world.
Hmm. How do you describe yourself and your value in the world?
Yes. And if you can do that, then you pretty much have what you need in order to contact me and work with me to build your own 1 to 2 minute Montu video. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened to Rayhan, but I'm still here, everybody. So, hey, I can check and see if this is still live, even though he's not there. Shahzad. Oh, he's back.
So somebody was asking, my power electricity fails, so the power fails, so the Wi-Fi fails, and I just WhatsApped you that you can keep on going. I think it didn't disconnect. Um, there was a question: how much do you charge for your consultancy fees?
My consulting fees?
Yes.
Okay, I just answered the question about the cost of the videos. So my consulting fees, depending on the package or program you purchase, are between $1,000 and $2,600.
Right. Cool. And that's a pretty reasonable fee for what she does.
It's actually, for 2 years I have not raised my rates, and my rates should be $40 an hour higher than they are. So I actually recommend that you purchase some services now, because I've kind of decided that other people are getting much more per hour than I am. So my prices will probably go up.
Cool. Didar has a good comment. You want to read it for them?
He says, Mr. Rehan is inviting everyone to have an opportunity to play global world. Oh, Didar, no wonder we all love you so much. That's great. With love, respect, and ideas, and with peace. Yeah. That's a great summary. I'm telling you, Rehan, he should be your mascot.
I don't know what does that mean and how to do that. So,
I'm
what? Again?
I said it's kind of just a funny joke.
Oh, okay.
A mascot is just that one person who represents your team.
Okay. Hey, mascot. So, alrighty. We have another of our student, Mr. Aftab Kadwala. I don't know where he is right now. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, so he must be home.
Good morning.
Morning, Aftab. He's another, like a bunny. I mean, not a bunny, but like a bear, teddy bear, but he's a tiny one. He's
Okay.
like a tiny teddy bear. He's so lovable, cute, wobbly wobbly, and he does comedy and he does stand up, and he's really crazy, amazing guy.
Cool.
I want to kick him out of my office, but I just can't do it. It's like crazy, like crazy.
You can't do what?
Anyways, never mind. What else? So, how should people write to you? How can they connect to you? And you said that they call you pretty, so should they write you ugly instead? What should they write to you to get your attention? And not just your attention, but other girls' attention or men's attention in America, basically.
Yeah, that's a really good question, whoever asked it.
That's me.
Oh, that was you? Good job, Rehan. First of all, I want you to kind of imagine that you're the one being asked over and over and over and over and over to just do something, but nobody's telling you about who they are. And that's difficult. So when you write to me, when you write to anyone, especially when you write to women in the West, please don't start off with how pretty we are. All women are beautiful and gorgeous and amazing and Wonder Women, but that doesn't mean anything to us. Compliment and flatter, but we want to know who you are and what you know about us and what you're interested in from us or doing with us or talking to us about. And please understand that I can't talk to everybody. I understand and I appreciate that a lot of people want my help with building businesses. And by the way, my specialty is building social entrepreneurship, social programs. So if you write to me about that, you want to build a project, a new organization that's going to solve a problem that exists socially in the world, I will absolutely answer that question. But I can't just give you my phone number and give you an hour of my time to answer all your questions. And I have a feeling that, Rehan, you have been in this same position, because that's an hour out of my day. So out of my 24 hours, that's a really important chunk of time. So that's why I'm putting my curriculum on Udemy so that you can find it and you can go through it. And maybe now I'm just thinking about this, Rehan. Maybe I will have some sort of incentivification for people who've actually taken my course. Then they can have more time with me. Does that sound like something you've done or you would do?
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Do that. But be the chorus. Where's the chorus? I'm waiting.
This is the thing. I'm so busy. And I'm getting help from people to put stuff online because I don't just have like a whole week to do this. So how do you write to me? First of all, connect with me on LinkedIn. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, go set one up. If you have a Facebook profile, then you can learn how to set up a LinkedIn profile. Don't just do it for me. Do it for yourself because you need it professionally. Set it up, connect with me, and send a message when you connect. I've set my settings so that anyone can connect with me. But send me a message and tell me who you are, how you learned about me, and why you want to connect with me. Don't start with, I want to go into business with you. I want to learn how to make $1,000. Don't start there because that's nobody off the bat can give a stranger the time and the resources to do that. My LinkedIn account is www.linkedin.com/in/Amy L. Carrier. Can you put that on the screen, Rehan?
Yeah, they can just search you and see your face and then just see you.
Actually, yeah, it's all the information up at the top of my Facebook profile.
Yeah.
You can also write to me, but please write me a thoughtful message. And I don't mind if you feel like your English isn't that good because you practice and you learn. And I'm a teacher, so I have all the patience necessary to try and understand you. And then please go to my website, which is empowermentthrough-education.com, and learn about me. Watch my CNN interview. Read some of my blog. You don't have to read the whole thing, but just get a sense for who I am and what I do. And you'll learn a lot of free information that you're asking me for. So here's a hint to the people watching this. You'll get for free what otherwise you're going to have to pay for in the Udemy course, parts of it. And when you go to my website, in the bottom, in the footer, is where you can sign up for my newsletter. Absolutely sign up for my newsletter because I'm going to be starting with my new website, which will be amylyncarrier.com. That new website is going to have a lot of content that everybody watching this is going to want. It's going to be short 2 to 3 minute videos of me teaching you things for free. And if you sign up for the newsletter, which you can sign up for right now on empowermentthrougheducation.com, you will get more free content. You'll get information about new courses, and you'll get discounts for new courses. It's just, if you want to learn from me, you have to connect with me in these ways. And I just gave you 3 ways: Facebook, LinkedIn, and sign up at the bottom of my current website, empowermentthrougheducation.com, and look for my new website coming soon, amylyncarrier.com.
Alrighty then. So this has been fun. Thank you so much for your time, Amy, and
Thank you.
trying to teach everyone.
Yeah, you're welcome. And you and I are going to be having a conversation about entrepreneurship.
Yeah, so you have to decide when you want to do this, and then we will do a weekly show on that, and people can. Thank you again, everyone, for watching. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to add Amy on your Facebook. If you want her to add you back, you have to write to her something nice. Study her, Google her, YouTube her before you want to just say something, and something will pop up in your head. कोई ना कोई बात आपको ज़रूर मिलेगी, लेकिन आप सिंपल फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट भेजने के बजाय इसको गूगल करें, इसको यूट्यूब करें, इसको बारे में समझें, इसको उसके बाद आप इनको इनबॉक्स पे लिखें या इनके कमेंट पे लिखें तो ये आपको ऐड बैक कर लेंगे। ये खुद भी कोशिश करेंगे 1000 म्यूचुअल फ्रेंड बनाने की, तो आप अगर मेरे म्यूचुअल फ्रेंड हैं तो होपफुली आपको जल्दी ऐड कर लेंगे। एमी जो है वो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप पढ़ाना चाहती है, 2 बिलियन लोगों तक अपना पैगाम पहुंचाना चाहती है जो बच्चे हैं, और स्कूलों में एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप पढ़ाने की कोशिश कर रही हैं और वो चाहती हैं करिकुलम का हिस्सा जो है वो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप बन जाए। तो आप में से कोई भी अगर अपना बिजनेस शुरू करना चाहता है तो आप एमी के साथ कनेक्ट करें। और अगेन याद रखें कि ये तकरीबन $2,500 चार्ज करती हैं अपने कोर्स का। लेकिन अगर आप उनकी फीड को फॉलो करें तो वहाँ से आप बहुत कुछ सीख सकते हैं। और आप दोस्ती कर लें तो हो सकता है आपको वो कम्प्लीमेंट्री टाइम भी दे दें।
Oh, oh, I'm
या
sorry. I don't understand what you're saying, so I don't know where to break in.
गो अहेड।
I'm going to be on Mary Kahani tonight. We're recording the show tonight, so you can look for that soon.
Cool.
My
So
tonight, here this morning.
यस सो या आप मेरी कहानी पे इनका इंटरव्यू भी देख सकेंगे, यूट्यूब पर भी देख सकेंगे। और जहाँ तक इन्वेस्टमेंट का ताल्लुक है के बी सिंह भाई, बिजनेस करने के लिए आपको सबसे पहले अपने ऊपर इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए। अपनी अक्ल पे, अपने शऊर पर, अपने नेटवर्क पर इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए। पैसे की इन्वेस्टमेंट आखिर में चाहिए होती है, सबसे पहले आपको अपने ऊपर इन्वेस्ट करना है। So thank you again, everyone. Don't forget to share. People of United States mostly complain to me that I don't do any shows in English. So here is a show which was mostly in English. I just concluded the part in Urdu and start in Urdu. But yeah, so people, share it with your American friends. Tag them on this if you can, so they can also watch it and subscribe to Amy's and my profile. So when we do the next show, they can know about it. Thank you everybody for watching. Amy, any last words?
No, I'm excited to meet more people, and I just happen to look at every single human on this planet the same, and I know we all have important work to do. So dig inside yourself, look for that important work that you have, that message, and live it out loud. Be the change you want to see in the world.
All right. Thank you everyone. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.